Don't do anything. Don't move. Don't lift a finger. Just allow yourself to feel a little bit in this moment. Because if you're anything like me, then in this moment right now, you might be seeking what it is that you should be doing in this moment, ruminating on if you did the right thing or if you did the wrong thing, or if you should do more of this, if you should do more of that. But if this video found you here today, then that means that no matter what it is that you do, it's not going to lead you to what it is that you seek in this moment, because what you seek is in the absence of doing, and it arrives to you in the act of just feeling yourself out right now. And that is because a lot of who it is that you've been in your life came as a result of you not feeling yourself fully, and instead living life as a person that tried to do things as to oppose what you were feeling, because what you were feeling is something that you thought wasn't good enough. It is something that you thought I shouldn't be feeling, and so you started to create this character, this person that is living life in a certain type of way, fixated on certain type of things, worrying about certain type of things, being insecure about certain type of things, seeing life through a lens of absolutes, of perhaps I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to be on top of my game in this area, I should be this type of person now, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. But to simply take this moment in now and feel yourself, finally. Because that's what we're all kind of seeking at the end of the day. So I saw a video today about a person that was talking a little bit about loneliness. And it's funny, just as an example, loneliness. It's not because you are in an absence of people around you. It doesn't come from that loneliness. Even though it, of course, appears as such from this 3D level of reality that we are so used to seeing life through that perspective of things. But loneliness actually arrives from you not being able to be vulnerably open with yourself, with your awareness towards your feeling state. And in a lot of cases, we might get confused into believing that I can escape this loneliness or move away from feeling in whatever way it is that you're feeling if I add another type of feeling on top of it. The rush of having a girlfriend or a boyfriend, perhaps, or this rush of dopamine that comes from moving back into this destructive habit that I have. We're always trying to filter the pure vulnerable feeling state that we have with some mechanism, with some thought, with some sensation. And in short, I'm just coming in here today because I've been a little bit challenged myself today in feeling some things that has been coming up recently, and I'm giving myself the permission to just exist as whatever this is without having to add a layer or a matrix attached to it as to filter away the truth of what I'm experiencing right now. And what you are feeling in this moment is not something that's going to stick around. It is something that is going to shift over time. That's how it works. You are not going to feel like this forever if it is something challenging that you are feeling. But it's funny because even if you're experiencing something that perhaps is a little bit challenging, something that I've realized myself, yes, more and more and more every single day, is that I'm still grateful to have the capacity to feel. Because when you live the life as someone that is not who you are, not feeling yourself, then it feels good to be able to feel after having spent your time in that character or persona for so long that existed because you didn't dare to feel. It feels good to feel, even if it's not something that is comfortable. And your feeling state is always changing, unless of course you start to live a life where you are tuning out from what you're feeling, because then the feeling state kind of buries itself and remains the same, and then you form this character or persona on top of it with these addictions, bad habits, and annoying thoughts, this overthinking, the insecurities. It all shapes itself on top of not moving into the feeling state. And of course, all of this is just fucking conditioning from our past that says that, you know, I am not good enough to just feel myself as I am. But of course you are. And you're supposed to feel yourself. And you deserve to feel yourself. And you'll realize that, even as I mentioned just a little bit ago about loneliness, that, you know, when you start connecting back to yourself, you realize that, oh, it has nothing to do with another person. It only ever had to do with me feeling myself out. And that's the beautiful thing also, because if you're feeling yourself out, then other people has the capacity to feel you out as well. And then it can feel as if you have that close, intimate relationship with others, but it actually stems from the close, intimate relationship that you have with yourself. You know yourself deeply, you understand yourself deeply, you feel yourself deeply. And because you feel yourself deeply, other people can feel you deeply. And to feel yourself deeply is, it's everything that I've been talking about here. It's and what I've been seeking my whole life in various forms. But unaware of it, of course. Stuck in that matrix of a personality that adopts the seeking, trying to improve, trying to heal, trying to do, as to be separate from just feeling, which happens just with your awareness of being present with the body and where you are right now. And then, of course, the more that you feel, the more you connect and tune back into yourself. And that's what the universe is doing right now. It's calling you back home, into yourself. It's calling you back home so that you can become the whole and complete and raw version of who it is that you are, because that is where we're all heading. And as you're being that version of yourself, it affects the people around you too. It allows them to start connecting back to who it is that they are too, as they witness and just come into contact with this beautiful raw energy that you start to radiate as a result of that high vibration that you are operating from as your true and authentic self. And it requires no doing to get there. It just requires a beingness. Of course, as you're being, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't do. It's not about what you're doing. That's where we get lost into the absolutes, which is the contraptions or the mechanisms of the mind that is trying to look for the bad or the wrong, not because there is a bad or wrong, because the truth of bad or wrong is always shifting based on the energy. It is just looking for bad or wrong or bad or right, wrong or right in a situation, because it's creating that little confusion about trying to seek. Because in the seeking, you're disconnected. And this video here today is just to remind you that feeling is going to take you back home, at which point you no longer wish to seek, because why would you seek what is already here? The only reason that you seek is because you don't see what's already here. And yeah, today, if you found this video, and if it resonates within your heart, with what I'm saying here, then just feel. And keep feeling, not because you want the feeling to change, but simply because of the beauty of feeling. Because if you start to feel for the sake of the feeling to change something, then you're still not truly feeling. You're supposed to experience what you're experiencing now, without having a plan, idea, or expectation out of it. And then, that ego part of you that was the people pleaser, addicted, blah, 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 dissolves. And then naturally, you'll be invited into other new opportunities, ways of living your life that comes naturally, beautifully to you as your authentic self. And you had to do nothing to get there. It just flowed through you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Stay awesome. Bye.